So I wanted to make this video sort of a response to a fabulous Coach Red Pill video I saw today about how living your best life is, the best form of revenge when dealing with people who fucked you over. Now, one point I do not believe he covered on, if he did, I apologize, but I didn't hear it, is sort of another reason why you don't need revenge on people is because, at least in my experience, they're gonna fuck themselves over because of how they fucked you over. Because you got to understand, someone who is someone who fucked someone over, in my experience, 9 times out of 10, this person is on sort of a downward spiral of fucking people over, and eventually it's gonna pile up and blow up in their face. I'll use multiple examples. I'll use women. I'll use men. I'll use whoever. I'll use different life examples. For first example I'll give you is, when I was 17, I got jumped by like 5 or 6 guys at a party. I was drunk, and they didn't like me or whatever, so I got jumped by like 5 or 6 guys. And for a couple of years after that, I would think about it, and I would think about how I'm gonna get my revenge, right? So one day I mapped it all out when I was like maybe 20 years old. I knew their names, I knew where they lived. I was gonna like hunt them down one by one and just beat the shit out of all of them. Like one on one, I was gonna just find them, wait outside their houses, catch them slipping, and just totally fuck them up, right? So I looked up all these guys online, and they were all in jail. Like every one of them was in jail for different offenses, robberies, assaults, stuff like that. And they were all doing like a couple of years in jail. Some of them had kids with like multiple women, and now they're paying child support, or they're just deadbeat losers. And I'm like, damn, I don't even need to get revenge on them. Like life kicked their asses so much for me. I don't even have to do anything at this point. Like, I couldn't even dish them out a better revenge than life gave them. You understand what I'm saying? So, a lot of the times, someone who's stupid enough to fuck you over is going to be stupid enough to fuck someone else over, and someone else over, and someone else over, and it's going to fuck them over in the process. It's like the guys who rob banks for a living. A lot of the time they get caught. They rob banks, they get away with it. But then what happens? They get caught, and then boom, they get in a shootout with the cops, and they die, or they go to jail. Let's use women as another example, right? You have a girl who cheated on you. Maybe she fucked you over. She slept with your friend, or whatever the fuck. The thing is, with women who sleep around, that body count starts to fuck with their mind, right? They start to feel used. They start to feel cheap. And I've had a girlfriend, I'll use an example. Had a girl I was dating, right? 9 months into the relationship, she just becomes a huge bitch. She starts calling me all kinds of racist names. I break up with her, right? So a month goes by, we're broken up. I'm waiting for her to apologize and come back to me, right? Do the right thing, apologize, come back to me. She doesn't do that. What does she do? She decides, this is when I was like 18, right? She decides, oh, I'm going to go start dating some other guy at his high school to make him jealous, to make him come chase me. So she starts fucking some other guy, using him, and she thinks this is going to make me jealous and fight for her and want her back. Now, I just viewed her as a used car. I'm like, ew, now another guy's been inside her. I don't even want her anymore. She's a used car. And guess what happened? She ended up breaking up with that guy, and then she tried to come back to me again. And I'm like, you're kind of used up now. Like, I don't think I want you. And I walked away. So now, she lost the guy she wants, and she let another guy inside her, so she has even more mileage on her, even more baggage on her psyche. And she doesn't even have the guy she wants. So now she's like double fucked. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of the time, the people who fucked you over, they're so goddamn stupid, they will just fuck themselves over in return. And they'll just go down this downward slope and become the woman will become like a miserable, used up whore, or the dude will end up in jail, or fucked up, or have kids, or become an alcoholic or a drug addict. Like these people that fuck people over, there's something wrong with them. Productive, powerful people with peace of mind and happiness, they don't fuck people over because the laws of nature will come back at you. I'm not talking about karma where God or Jesus are taking notes. I'm talking about how when you fuck people over, you create an environment around you, you create a reputation for yourself, and you will get fucked over yourself a lot faster than karma could fuck you over. And it'll happen sort of within your social circle. It'll happen. Um, you don't even need supernatural powers, is what I'm trying to say. You don't need Jesus or God or any of these people to get your revenge for you, or heaven or hell. It'll happen on Earth because they'll do more stupid shit to more people, and it'll end up coming back at them. I've never seen one person who fucked me over, not one of them, who ended up like a peaceful, happy Buddha, you know, true peace and happiness. I've never seen it. They all go down a spiral. They get addicted to fucking people over. That becomes their drug, and they end up destroying themselves in the process. You don't need any sort of Jesus or God or even witchcraft or voodoo if you want to fuck people over. And a lot of the times, I've developed the ability to fuck people over who fucked me over, and I don't even want to do it because life has kicked their ass so much. I'm like, dude, I have the power to fuck. I have the power right now to fuck over certain ex-girlfriends or whatever. I have leverage on them. I could really fuck their lives up. And it's like, I don't even want it now because I look at them and they're so miserable. They've been with like 50 guys after me. They've had kids. They're just working some shitty ass like $30,000 a year job. And it's like, dude, like, I can't even really punish you much more than life has punished you. So that's really just the message of the story. That's a response to Coach Red Pill. I guess, he said the best revenge is living well. But to add to that, the people who fucked you over, from my experience, every time will fuck themselves over down the road. So you can just sit back and enjoy the show and watch their lives fall apart. But yeah.